Ross Chastain's championship dream just went up in smoke. Literally. And in the middle of the wreckage, he did something drivers almost never do. He got ahead of the headline before anyone could even write it. This isn't just a bad weekend at New Hampshire. This is a team unraveling in real time, in one driver trying to control the narrative before it controls him. Chastain came into Loudon needing to erase a 63-point gap to keep his chase hopes alive. He didn't get the chance. 41 laps in, his number one Chevrolet started smoking, engine gone. Car into the garage, one measly point to show for it. That's it, season over. Chastain is out of championship contention, and it wasn't a solo disaster. Rookie teammate Connor Zilisch also failed to finish, his 9th DNF of the year after plowing into Riley Herbst following a chain reaction wreck. 2 cars, 2 DNFs. One brutal afternoon for Trackhouse Racing. Here's what makes this sting even more. Chastain wasn't just chasing a number, he was chasing momentum. Coming into New Hampshire, Trackhouse had actually been trending up. 7th at Iowa, 12th at Richmond. Small signs of life after a season that's been mostly forgettable. Then the motor let go, and all of that progress got buried under one more DNF. Now zoom out. Chastain is riding a winless streak that stretches back 49 races all the way to last year's Coca-Cola 600. A driver who was a championship threat not long ago is now watching the chase from the outside. For a team with championship-level expectations, watching your driver get eliminated by mechanical failure, not by getting beat on the track, is its own kind of gut punch. It's not a performance problem you can necessarily fix with strategy. It's a reliability problem, and those are the ones that keep engineers up at night. Let's talk about what Chastain actually said, because this is the interesting part. He came out and essentially preemptively rejected the spoiler label, the idea that if Trackhouse wins later this year, it should be framed as him playing spoiler to someone else's championship run instead of as a legitimate victory earned through improvement. That's a calculated move. Drivers usually let the media write the narrative and react afterward. Chastain flipped the script. He's shaping the story before it's even written. Why does that matter strategically? Because perception in NASCAR affects everything. Sponsor conversations, contract leverage, how a season gets remembered. If Trackhouse does find victory lane in the next 10 races, Chastain doesn't want it framed as an afterthought. He wants it framed as proof of progress. Is that smart or is that risky? Honestly, both. It's smart because it protects the brand narrative. Trackhouse has been building all year a team that's improving, not collapsing. If he stays quiet and then wins, media outlets write exactly the spoiler angle he doesn't want. By speaking now, he limits that outcome. But it's risky too. Publicly pushing back on how your season will be covered can come across as prickly if the team doesn't deliver. If Trackhouse doesn't win over these final 10 races, this moment ages as a driver who talked about a victory that never came. Then there's the Zilisch situation, which honestly might be the bigger long-term concern. His radio outburst after the crash, visibly furious with himself, reveals a rookie who is still fighting his own mistakes as much as the field. Fewer laps completed than any full-time driver this season, and it's not particularly close. That's not just bad luck. That's a driver who hasn't found rhythm yet, and rhythm is everything for a rookie trying to build confidence before a jump to a powerhouse organization. Expect a split reaction here. Some fans and analysts will give Chastain credit for accountability, for accusing to hide behind excuses, for wanting the story told straight. Others will see it differently. A driver getting ahead of criticism before he's even earned the right to deflect it. Win first, talk later, that camp will say. And for Zilisch, the reaction is going to be tougher. 9 DNFs in a rookie season is the kind of number that invites hard questions. Is Trackhouse mismanaging a talented rookie, or is this simply the price of learning at NASCAR's highest level? Best case, Trackhouse channels this frustration into results. The speed they showed at Loudon translates into a win in the next 10 races. Chastain's comments age well, proof that he called his own turnaround before it happened. Zilisch settles down, starts stacking clean finishes, and heads to Hendrick in 2028 with real confidence instead of scar tissue. Worst case, the mechanical issues keep piling up. Chastain finishes the year without a win, and his preemptive comments get replayed as wishful thinking instead of foresight. Zilisch's DNF count climbs into double digits, and questions about his readiness for Hendrick only get louder heading into the offseason. So here's the real question. Was Chastain smart to get ahead of that spoiler narrative, or did he just set himself up for an even bigger fall if Trackhouse doesn't deliver? Drop your take in the comments. I want to see both sides on this one. And if you want the real story behind every headline in NASCAR this season, make sure you're subscribed, because this chase is about to get chaotic.